通ります。
They used to call me Crazy Joe, but now they can call me Batman.
What up? Welcome back to the Necro Zoo. I am Bones. And in this one, let's go ahead and add one more figure to my McFarlane DC Multiverse collection. Now this time it will be the Red Hood from the video game Gotham Knights. Now there is going to be 3 other figures in this wave, which will be Dick Grayson's Nightwing, Batgirl, and Tim Drake. Looking forward to taking a look at those when I pick them up. But for right now, I did go ahead and pick up the Red Hood. Now, I'm not really a big gamer, but I am interested to check out the different iterations of the characters. And starting off with this Red Hood, he does look rather interesting in the packaging. Let's go ahead and take a look at him. But first, he does come with your standard black DC Multiverse stand. Now, these are not really needed, but sometimes they come in useful. He also comes with his data file card. On the front, you have some figure photography. Pretty nice. And on the back, you do have some information. We'll go ahead and add this to the collection. Now, he does come with 2 accessories, and that is 2 finger gun hands, like gun gesturing hands, which, I mean, you can, look at somebody and point your fingers, or you can, do this. But as far as for use in like photos or anything like that, these are pretty cool. But really, to use them with the figure is, pretty redundant. Now we do know why this is happening, and that is because Warner Brothers does not allow any guns to be released with their figures. And it's something that we have to contend with, but sometimes I am happy when McFarlane at least gives us trigger hands, where you could actually put guns in them, because he knows that we can find our own guns to put in the hands. So until we get past this and we're allowed to have guns with our figures again, this is, the kind of stuff that's going to be going on. But all in all, pretty cool to have them. You never know when you would use these gesturing hands, but they might come in useful one day. Now let's go ahead and take a look at him. First impressions. Now he is a rather bulky character. He's really stocky compared to the other versions of Red Hood we had received, but of course those are from the comics and this is from the video game. But I do really like his look altogether. Has a more toned down red, like a darker scheme for his costume, which is good for going out and patrolling the Knights of Gotham. So pretty interesting. Now let's take a look at the head. Completely different take on the Red Hood mask. Now, of course, we've gotten the candy apple helmets before. This is a more toned down matte finish to the helmet. I've seen a lot of people compare it to Deadpool, but no, this is a little bit different. Just enough to make it its own style. But I do like it. It is, unique for this version of the Red Hood. Let's take a look at the articulation. Now he does look up extremely well. Looks pretty awesome. He does look down as well. You can turn him to the right, to the left, and then you can tilt his head for some attitude. all in all, really nice head sculpt. I've even seen people put this head like on the other releases of the Red Hood, but no, uh, this head is good for this body. I really think the previously released figures are good just the way they are, but this guy does have a pretty cool look to him. Taking a look down at the chest, you do have that Red Hood bat emblem on the chest, nicely sculpted out. You got some little drawstrings to his hoodie there hanging in front. You gotta be careful with those, they're pretty soft. A lot of cool detail. You got straps running down the sides. A lot of cool different kind of sculpting to the whole upper bodysuit, which is pretty nice. Definitely armored up version of Red Hood with this guy, but looks pretty cool. This guy does have pretty stiff movement in the waist area, even though he does lean forward a little and back a little, and of course he has upper chest swivel and lower abdomen swivel. So all in all, good range of motion. Let's take a look at the arm. He does have the butterfly shoulder joint. He does have a bicep cut, double jointed elbows. Moving down into the forearm gauntlets, some more cool strap work. Nice separation of shiny paint and matte finish paint on the forearms there. Kind of little tiny fist, but not a big deal because of course we're not going to keep these hands. If you go to the other side, he does have one trigger hand, which, I mean, all in all, it's all right. You could have him with one fist and then, you know, pointing a gun this way, but I'd really prefer him with two gun hands. All in all, pretty cool. Of course, you can lift his arms up the shoulder. You get more than a T pose, you get a Y pose. Going down, more cool sculpt work around the legs. Let's check out his thigh swivel. Now he does have a generous thigh swivel. You have a little bit more on the left than on the right, but that does let you twist out the leg. Now you do have that hip swivel articulation, and then you can give him the double jointed knees, straighten them out. He does have up and down at the ankle, left to right, rocker, and then of course toe articulation. All in all, taking a look at the legs, a lot of cool sculpt work, starting down from the boots even, moving up, a lot of wrinkles and fold overs on the pants that are tucked into his boots, and then more straps here on the thighs. Now I think in the game, the guns that he does use actually clip onto these straps that are on his thighs. He doesn't have like traditional holsters, but they're more like connected to these straps. But of course these straps, you know, they're sculpted in, so there's no using that, but we will figure something out. Let's take a look at him from the bottom. No really tread except for on the outer portion of the boots, but he does have some identifying marks. Moving up the back, more cool sculpt work. Love those clips that they added into the back of his hips. You can see the back of his armor for his chest, and then of course the hoodie. Looks really nicely sculpted. So all in all, pretty nice figure. Like I said before, he is his own version, so you know you're gonna have to get out of this guy what you can. He's not a comic book version, and it will be interesting to see him next to the other figures of this wave. Now you can pop out his hand and put in one of these gun gesturing hands. Now, people aren't really, some people like these, some people don't. I mean, for me, they are funny, like in a trolling, comedic way, but you can you know, do the classic gun to the temple, which looks pretty cool. You can point it, you know, like you're mocking somebody. And then if you put both in, you can actually do something that I used to do when I was wrestling, and that is put two guns like right below your chin. Something kooky, but really menacing. So those hands could be useful. You never know when you might bust them out. But all in all, pretty cool figure. Now I would put back the trigger hand because I actually do have some custom guns for him. I actually have two of them. And you can slip these into his hand. You know, these are like separate custom guns that I picked up online, and I have already started painting them black with the red hood symbol on there. Once I get the two pistol grip hands, you know, he'll have his two guns, you know, side by side. But now I do have plans to customize this guy. We will be doing a little bit of custom work on him up until we could get the rest of the figures and take a look at them. I'd really like to get a hold of the Nightwing next and take a look at him first. It'll probably be a quick turnaround, so I could be doing the video tomorrow at the earliest, if not this weekend sometime. But you guys keep hunting out there, keep collecting, keep customizing, and I will see you on the next one.